What's up, guys? It's Steve here, making my first video for you guys on the Google Pixelbook Go. I just picked it up today, started using it a little bit, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys for today. So I plan to do a review video for this, but obviously one day is not enough time of use. So I figured I'd start with my first impressions, let you guys know what I think about it right away. I picked up the M3 model, not the i5. I noticed that a lot of people were being sent i5s from Google. I figured that they probably wanted to show them the version that worked best, because they knew a lot of people would never go for the i7. It's just too goddamn expensive. So I figured I'd get the M3 because I didn't see too many reviews on that one. So that's the one I picked up. Now, you might notice that on this table, the only other thing here is the wallet, right? And I figured that it would make some sense to put that in because my first impressions of this device are I really like it, although it's expensive. And it's going to require a big fat wallet, and that's why I put my big fat wallet there. So yeah, just to make sure you guys aren't distracted, we'll get rid of that for now. But yeah, so that's the only con really that I found with the device so far. I find it's pretty expensive. It's not crazy expensive, but I just wish it was a little bit cheaper, at least for the M3 model. I feel like the i5 model should have probably came in at, maybe $100 less than it is. I was gonna list the prices, but I'm here in Canada, and I know a lot of you guys are in the US, so I'm not gonna actually state the prices. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the actual device. So if you look at the outside, it's pretty nice. It's got this really soft finish. It's made out of magnesium alloy. Got the nice G here, which is flush with the actual body. And the back is kind of the interesting part. Let me flip this over quick. So you got this little lid here, which we'll take a look at in a sec to open it up, which is really nice and smooth. But it's this back that's really interesting. I didn't know if I was gonna like it when I ordered it. And that's one of their big problems. It's hard to order one of these with confidence because you don't get to see it in person, at least I don't. So yeah, that's the hard thing. But yeah, you got a USB-C port on this side with a headphone jack and another USB-C port on this side, and that's pretty much it. So it's very, very simple, very thin. It's about the same thinness I'd say as my Pixel 4 XL. Which I'm also enjoying, and I may do a update video on how I'm liking that as well, if you guys want. So let's put it down for a sec. And a lot of people are talking about this one hand or one finger lid test. Let's see if we can open it with this one finger, and there you go. So that was pretty nice. I never tried it yet. Figured it would work because I saw it in other YouTube videos, but it did. So, I don't know what you guys think about this device, but I personally find it beautiful. I find it kind of looks like a MacBook. Let's not lie here. It looks a lot like a MacBook. I really like that it's black, though. I was always hoping that Apple would make one that was black, and then they never really did. So I'm really happy that Google did it. I feel like it makes theirs different. And by different, I mean different from Apple and, maybe not Microsoft, but I do feel like it's kind of like the MacBook that's black. And to me, that makes me happy because I don't like Mac OS. I don't like supporting Apple. I like their products, but I just feel like, not that I don't want to support them, but I just feel like it's time for someone else to at least come into the picture. Microsoft has, started picking it up with maybe the Surface line and doing some interesting things, but I really feel like Google is, the guy that I'm really hoping for to really pick it up, and they made a couple of nice devices now with the, I had the Pixelbook not too long ago, really liked it. Only problems with it was that I didn't like the bezels on it. It kind of looked like a picture frame in my opinion. The rest of the build quality was pretty awesome. And I had one big problem with it that I really had to get rid of it for, was the Bluetooth was really janky. It worked some of the time and would disconnect randomly, and it was just not something that makes you feel like you have a premium device, especially at that one, going for much more expensive than this one. So yeah, I got rid of that one, and gave this one a second try because I saw a lot of good reviews, and so far it looks like I'm gonna have a better experience with this one and shouldn't have to get rid of it. So let's put a little bit more focus on this specific device. The first thing that I noticed about this was that it's friggin' small. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like, it's really compact, this device. It's almost like the equivalent of walking around with like I don't know, a Hilroy or something, like it's really thin. Like, you almost don't notice that you're carrying something, which is awesome because I find myself picking it up and taking it with me on the go, which is the purpose. So they nailed that. The trackpad was very nice on the original Pixelbook. I find this one even better. They did a great job. I heard some people saying they didn't like the clickiness of the trackpad. It is pretty clicky, but in all honesty, like, I've been wanting a trackpad that clicks like this. I recently used a MacBook, and I don't personally like the haptic feedback that they have on it. It doesn't feel natural. This feels awesome. Like, you really get a nice feedback, and you can also tap, so you don't have to click if you don't like it. So I really like that. It's also very, very soft. It's made out of glass. And they made it a little bit bigger also than the original Pixelbook, so that's awesome. The keyboard, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, is friggin' sweet. It was great, like, once again, on the original Pixelbook, but they nailed it out of the park with this one. I don't know how to say it. I mean, if you like the original Pixelbook keys, you're gonna love this one. If you like the Mac keys, I mean, I had recently the 13-inch MacBook Pro with the Touch Bar. I didn't like the keys. I thought they were too shallow. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I didn't enjoy the typing experience on that. I didn't hate it, but it definitely wasn't as nice as this, in my opinion. So I don't think I'm the only person that will tell you that. And if you can try it out for yourself, I mean, is it a reason to buy the device? For most people, no. Like, I wouldn't buy it for that, but it is nice to have. The other thing I like is this, how they wrote Pixelbook up here. It's a little small touch, but it would be pretty boring if it didn't have that, in my opinion. They also reduced the bezels on the screen, so it's a lot smaller than the original Pixelbook, mostly in terms of the ones on the side, a lot smaller. The top is a little bit smaller, and the bottom, I don't know, it's pretty big. I think it might be slightly smaller than the Pixelbook, but maybe not even. And the original Pixelbook I'm talking about. And yeah, overall, it's a step in the right direction. It feels, like they could have maybe done a little bit more on the top and the bottom, if I had to complain a little. But like, it's not bothering me at all, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying the device a lot so far. So we can't bug them too much about that, because they're taking steps in the right direction while decreasing price. So if they keep up in this direction, we got some great devices on the way. Let's put it that way. The other thing that's pretty good is the webcam. I believe it's 1080p this time. It's pretty good. It's not fantastic, even though it's 1080p. It's passable, and it does a good job for what you're gonna need it to do. So that's sweet. The other thing I would say is, just to get back to the trackpad for a sec, is the gestures are very smooth on it. So if, let's say, you want to, I don't know, sorry, I clicked there. If you want to pull down, you'll get a very smooth transition into your, I don't know what you want to call this, maybe your task manager, or I don't know. Yeah, it's very responsive and smooth. It feels great. The animations are much better than what I'm used to on the previous versions of Chrome OS. So that's awesome. Last time I used Chrome OS, I also didn't have the same notifications area as this, and the settings here is all much nicer. I'm enjoying it way more. Hopefully you guys can see that. The widgets look like they fit in more with this new setup that they got going on here. They also have new desks that I noticed, so you can have more than one desk. So you can work in this workspace, and we can pop back out of it, and we can go back to our other workspace, which is friggin' sweet. So now, you know, my main concern was, you know, is the M3 powerful enough to do that? And so far, it is. It's more than powerful enough. We'll see if it withstands the test of time. Chrome OS is evolving all the time, and you know, they're doing a lot of changes. So we'll see if it does. But you know, it seems like it probably will, which is great because you know, if you have the original Pixelbook, I don't think you're complaining at all with the speed of it right now. So you know, let's hope that this one falls in the same footsteps. I think the overall OS, you know, it's the point of the OS. They don't want to increase, you know, maybe they want to increase price, but if they're increasing price, it's more on what you're getting in terms of the cosmetics and, you know, maybe the speakers and things like that. They're not really trying to pack in the craziest hardware in there, because that increases price. And, you know, if they can run as many things in the cloud or you know, just through their Chrome web browser, it puts a lot less stress on the actual device, and they can, you know, they can have processors that aren't as strong in there, which is awesome for us because we don't have to have these crazy bulky computers with huge processors and stuff. This computer also doesn't even have a fan, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, you know, that's that. The other thing that, you know, is pretty important to note, the speakers are friggin' great especially for the size of the device. They have surprisingly a crazy amount of bass for, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It's not like a subwoofer or something, but for this type of device, I was very surprised, and I showed multiple people, and they were also very surprised with it. So that's pretty awesome. Now, you know, I will talk more about the device itself as, you know, as I use it more, and I'll probably create, you know, a full-on review, especially if you guys want to see it. This one's going to be, you know, pretty long, I guess, for an introductory video, but I really feel like Chrome OS and you know, Pixelbooks in general need it. We kind of have Chrome Unboxed at the moment, which is, you know, he's doing a great job. His name is Robbie Payne. I don't know if you guys watching his videos, but he's doing great videos that, you know, that have really, you know, have made me pretty knowledgeable on Chrome and Pixelbooks in general, and Chromebooks, I guess. You know, because there are some other interesting Chromebooks as well. I mean, the Google lineup is the one that interests me the most, but, you know, Asus makes some good stuff. Lenovo makes some good stuff. So yeah, and you know, Robbie Payne is a big reason for like my inspiration and even starting this channel. So yeah, I highly recommend you go check out his stuff. But I felt like, you know, he was the only guy doing this, so you know, I wanted to give him a hand. He can't be making videos every single day, or, you know, even putting out videos fast enough, you know, to satisfy my needs. So I feel like there's probably some of you that have that same issue. You know, looking for answers, looking for, you know, maybe device-specific answers, but also, you know, like whether or not they think you should take it. And Robbie's great, but I also think he he's very safe in his responses. You know, like he loves. He may be biased, or you know, I don't know if Google does send him devices. Maybe he can't say everything fully honestly, and that's not a shot to him. Like, he does a great job at doing it, at being very neutral. But you know, I think I could provide you guys, you know, a very honest review of things, and you know, give you my honest opinion if you guys want it, which is great. You know, it's something I wish I had before I bought this device. So maybe you guys feel the same way, and you'll let me know. You know, so for now, I think we'll wrap it up. I'll come back to you guys in a couple of days, and you know, I'll give you maybe a bit more of an update on Chrome OS, on you know, how the state of things, because it's been a little while since I used it. I'm on Chrome OS 80 right now, and I think the last one I used was like maybe 74 or something. So there's been a lot of changes since then. Overall, you know, my quick impressions of it are, you know, I like what they're doing. I like the direction they're going in, and I hope it continues. And yeah, I'll leave it at there for now, just so I don't spoil everything. But you know, my opinion may also change with time. So thank you guys for watching the video. Please give me any feedback at all. It is my first video. I'm sorry if I'm a little monotone. It is, you know, midnight here. I'm in my robe, all relaxed. And yeah, so I did my best for tonight, and you know, I'll try to improve every video. So please give me as much feedback as you can. Thank you.